What's up, contractors? Do you feel sometimes like you're drowning in paperwork instead of swinging a hammer or closing more deals? If so, this video is for you because I'm going to walk you through 5 daily tasks that you do every single day in your business that you can start automating this week using Handoff to save you time, money, headaches, and helping you scale your business. In other words, it's going to help you work on your business instead of always in your business. This isn't theory. I'm going to share my screen and show you exactly what you need to do. By the end, you'll see how you can save hours every single week, tighten up your cash flow, and focus on building instead of constantly chasing paperwork. Task number 1, this one is a time killer, creating estimates. So this is the biggest time drain. Normally, you're pulling line items, calling suppliers, and hoping you didn't miss something. With Handoff, you can either describe the project or upload plans, drawings, photos, you name it. Let's create an estimate right now using a text prompt. So here we are inside Handoff, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new estimate. And so we'll title this for YouTube video, but you would obviously title this your client name, your address, kitchen remodel for Main Street, whatever. So this is what your dashboard is going to look like. So we're just going to create an estimate here. And so as you can see, so the app looks very similar to this. So when you're on site, you can actually use your phone to create an estimate. You could record your conversation to create notes. You can, go back in your truck after the consult and then dictate it in there. If your customer has plans already, then you can use those. But I'm just going to use a simple kitchen remodel prompt here. And I'm going to go ahead and create this estimate. So sometimes it will, ask you some questions after it goes through its initial processes. The more specific you are, obviously, the more accurate your estimate's going to be. But as you can see, after the estimate's created, we can easily edit things, remove line items, and so on and so forth. So let's see. So right here, which appliances need replacing? I'm going to do standard ones. Let's do subway tile, and panel is 20 feet away. We won't need the electrical panel, so that right there tell you something that you already need to edit, but maybe, you can upsell into a panel upgrade or something like that. So now it's going to really get into creating the estimate for us. So you'll have instant line items, material pricing, labor. You can tweak your numbers as you need to, but 90% of the work is going to be done for you. That means instead of spending hours building estimates, you can get back to customers from their driveway or the same day, which will massively improve your close rate. Okay, so we should be almost ready with an estimate. On video, it seems like it's taking a long time, but think about how much time you're going to save, going from Home Depot to Lowe's. And with Handoff, you got the pricing that is pulling it straight from Home Depot or Lowe's. You can choose which one you want to pull from. And then as you'll see later on in the video, I'll show you other things that it can do. Kind of already dropped some hints there with other things that it's going to just give you so quickly versus you having to, have millions of tabs open. I know with experience, you get better at doing the estimate where you don't have to spend so much time. Either way, you're going to see that this is a super professional, accurate estimate that you can edit. So here we go. It's providing us a summary. It estimated at 37,000. It's essentially telling us what it was doing. But now we can see, boom, we have our kitchen remodel estimate. We have our main line items here. So you can go in individually and add in anything you need to or remove anything you need to, which still saving tons of time, working on your estimate for hours, at night, you're doing your estimates at night a lot of times. It gives us a total including markup here. It just does a general 20%. You can edit this as you need to, add in, anything you upsell. You can download this as a PDF and then send it through email. Moving on to the next task, it's generating and sending professional proposals. So once you get your estimate all tightened up, looks good, one click turns it into a polished proposal. I'm going to show you that right now. Pulls your logo, scope of work, payment terms. You can customize it. No more copy and pasting into Word, fumbling with formatting, PDFs. All you need to do is hit send. Proposals that go out fast, close more jobs. It's just a fax, especially when they're super professional and, have all of your information on it. It just really shows the client that you have your stuff together. And so right here, so we're back at our estimate, and let's go ahead and convert to proposal. So you have your company information here. You can export as a PDF here. So I haven't added a client for this particular estimate yet. So once you do that, you'll be able to actually send the proposal to your customer. So let's move on over here. So we can add a new client. put the address in there, and then we can go ahead and send the proposal, send an invoice. So you can edit the email that it's going to be sent out. You can do just a lump sum, or you can do line items. So just depending on how transparent you want to be, you can require signature, add your terms and conditions, which is always a good idea. Add in things like change orders, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But there is your beautiful proposal. Speaking of change orders, that is task number 3. It happens with every single project. You don't need to eat that cost, and Handoff makes it super simple for you to create a change order. So, change orders is probably the number one place that contractors lose money. Client swaps from tile to hardwood. They want a herringbone design instead of just a normal vertical. They want to add recess lighting after you've already started. With Handoff, you just need to add in the change, and it generates a formal document for the client to approve and sign digitally. You're professional, you're covering yourself, and you don't have to lose out on that money. No arguments, no eating costs because it wasn't documented. This keeps your margins safe and your client communication crystal clear. So how can we do a change order? It makes it super simple. We're just going to come in here and say, I need a change order for 2 additional outlets and a pot filler. Boom. So it handles the change order document process. There we go. It's creating that. Shouldn't take as long as the estimate. So it's generating the change order now. So it might seem like not a lot with 2 additional outlets, but pot filler would be a kind of tackling a plumbing project. It adds up, outlet here, something there. So it added $1,400. So this you can send as a separate agreement. Say this is like a week down the line when you started the project. You can, same thing, you can take off, you can add, includes your markup, getting 20% here, send it right as a proposal, send the invoice, which we'll talk about in a little bit, create work orders, and all that good stuff. So I'm getting ahead of myself with some of this. It's just like talking into ChatGPT. You're working with essentially an AI agent. So you can just talk right to it and it will help you work through the process that you want to do. Task number 4 is invoicing. I've already mentioned it. Instead of juggling QuickBooks, spreadsheets, chasing checks, you can turn your proposal into an invoice instantly. Clients can pay online, credit card, ACH, right from the invoice. That means faster payments and fewer awkward conversations trying to track people down. You know how much of a headache that can be. You can also track if it's been viewed, who still owes, so nothing slipped through the cracks. I also want to mention that Handoff also has partnered with Acorn Finance, so you can offer financing to your clients. So we've already seen kind of behind the scenes. So you want to create an invoice right from here. And this is for the change order, and we can choose our client there. Once you add your client early on in the estimating process, that it'll already know and it'll be ready for you to send. And then, as you can see right here with your proposal, when you send this, it automatically provides a little snippet to learn more about financing options through Acorn Finance. Offering finance. So if you win like 3 out of 10 jobs, when you have the ability to offer financing, you win an extra job. So you win an extra 1 job for every 10 in-home consults. So that's a lot of money. And not to mention, it can increase the initial work. So say somebody really wants to do the bathroom and the kitchen, but their budget is only for the kitchen. If you walk them through how financing could help them do both, hey, you might get 2 projects out of it. So you're making more money, the client's happier, and it just makes sense. Just a little snippet in there. And the last task I want to talk to you about is punch lists and material lists. And this can be done from notes and photos, or like I'm going to show you directly from your newly created estimate. Every contractor has scraps of paper, voice memos, random photos. I had subcontractors that would write their material lists on a piece of drywall. I've seen some crazy material lists. So in Handoff, you can upload a site photo or just jot down rough notes, and it turns it into scope of work, punch list, material list, estimate. This is a lifesaver for your organization. So no more forgetting what was discussed or scrambling to remember details when you're, back at the office or driving around Home Depot to Lowe's, and you know how that goes. So let's see here. Let's go back to our estimate. So this is a change order. I want to go to the estimate. So you can use Handoff as CRM, client management software. Keep all of your documents in one place, all of your files, all of your photos, all of your invoices will be here. So I want to go to the estimate. You can also ask it here, can you provide a material list for my estimate? There we go. So while it's doing that, I'll just show you right here. If I click this, and it's going to continue over here. You can do work orders. So it's going to provide a CSV. So we can have a material list that you can send directly to Home Depot, send to your runner, send directly to Lowe's if you'd rather go that route, and Handoff just all in one here. So just to recap while it's doing our material list, estimates accurate, professional, includes markup, does all your labor based on your location, and it also is pulling pricing up to date from literally prices today, so you don't have to worry about tariffs or any of that type of stuff. Proposals, once you generate the estimate, professional, accurate proposal, you don't have to waste time on email. It provides it there. You can come up with templates, like a kitchen template, a bathroom template. You can easily do change orders, so you don't have to eat any of the costs. Invoices and payments directly from Handoff, and you can have it also offer financing to close more deals. And then finally, your punch list and your material list to make it easy for you to get all of these materials. Handoff is a game changer for any contracting business. Definitely just start with the estimates and proposals. It's the easiest way to get going, especially because estimates can be the biggest bottleneck, and it's complaints about estimates taking too long. I need more transparency. It's up to you how transparent you want to be with all of your line items. If you want to check it out, we'll put a link below to start your free trial. And it's still working on that material list. I think I have a pop-up blocker on and it came up as a download. And here we go. Here is a comprehensive material list. We have 54 line items. It also breaks down your labor hours. So it kind of helps you get a good 10,000 foot view of everything. And then our supplier is Home Depot. I have it set at that. And it's telling me City of Kyle because that was what the client was associated for this. And you could print this out. You can send it to Home Depot and they can get started on it. Send it to your assistant so they can start ordering materials. And there you go, saving you a lot of time. If you're not using AI tools for your contracting business, you are going to get left behind. AI is here for all businesses, and construction is no different. The good news is AI can't swing a hammer or hang drywall, so your job is safe. So your job now to run your business more smoothly is to try using AI tools. Subscribe to our channel because we're sharing a lot on how to use ChatGPT to get more business, different AI tools that can save you time and money and headaches. They really are game changers for your construction business. So talk to you later, subscribe and like, and let me know what feature on Handoff is most impressive to you or one you're looking forward to trying out.